local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
A Delta plane flipping upside down after a crash landing in Toronto. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Haley Gravitt. All 80 people on board made it out alive. Officials say that 17 people were injured in the wreck, 3 with critical injuries. However, none of the injuries have been reported as life-threatening. It's currently unclear how the plane ended up upside down, but officials say the weather was a contributing factor. This is the developing story, and we'll have more details for you coming up tonight at 11. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada will be leading this investigation. And protesters are gathering across Southern Oregon today as a part of a nationwide demonstration on this President's Day in response to the actions taken by the Trump administration. NewsWatch 12's Tim Quidadamo spoke to a demonstrator in Ashland.
Ashlanders of all ages took to the streets outside of City Hall this President's Day to protest the Trump administration.
I think it's pretty awesome how people are standing up for what's right.
And tell me what your sign says.
It says, "We the people, not we the billionaires."
The protest follows a slew of executive orders signed by President Trump in the first 4 weeks of his second term. One of the concerns among Rogue Valley residents out demonstrating, President Trump and Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency attempting to freeze funding for government programs.
We'll have thrown away a lot of what we created by being giving, loving, generous Americans.
Some protesters bringing signs to remind everyone, regardless of political affiliation, to take inventory of your personal life when making decisions about your country.
It's a simple, neutral way to cross the divide, right? How's it working for you? Do you have cheaper food now? Is it safer for you?
In Ashland, I'm Tim Quidadamo.
And it wasn't just in Ashland. More people in the Medford area protesting against President Trump's executive orders in his second administration. Around 150 people protesting at Vogel Plaza as part of that movement. NewsWatch 12 spoke to one of those protesters in Medford today.
I've been motivated to come out here since before I knew we were scheduled to come out here. I've been saying we should get out in the streets for weeks now. Essentially, from the moment that Donald Trump was declared the winner of the election, I said we should be out in the streets protesting this already.
We have more details about the protests on our website, kdrv.com. Moving to an update this evening, both Providence and ONA releasing statements today saying they will return to the bargaining table. This comes 39 days into the ongoing strike. ONA said almost 5,000 of their nurses from 8 Providence hospitals are on strike. Providence saying almost half of their striking nurses in Medford have returned to work. Neither Providence nor ONA will be commenting publicly during mediations. More details on the strike, head over to kdrv.com. Let's check over with Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman for a look at our conditions on this President's Day, Matt.
A lot of clouds out there, Haley. We're seeing a few lingering showers out there still, but most of us just seeing a lot of clouds, including in Medford, Wairika, Mount Shasta, Talent as well. Show you where some of the showers are lingering this evening, mainly near the Cascades and along the Cascades. Some snow showers up in our higher elevations and a few isolated snow and rain showers over on the east side. As we head into this evening, we're going to have to watch our Cascade passes. Roads will get slick and slippery again. Starting to already see that take place up towards Willamette Pass. It will be colder tonight, so any wet roads will freeze. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well for the east side. Taking a look at temperatures right now, it's still holding on to 50 for us in Medford and Grants Pass, 37 degrees for you folks in Klamath Falls, 43 in Montague, and 48 degrees in Gold Beach. Tonight, down into the mid-30s for lows in Medford and Grants Pass, down to 40 in Brookings, 20s for lows in Klamath Falls and Wairika, and in Lakeview, we could even dip down into the teens to start off tomorrow. Now, tomorrow on your Tuesday, a lot of clouds. We will have at least the chance for some light shower activity ahead of the main storm system that will impact us on Wednesday with rain and higher elevation snow. I'll talk much more about this next storm system. We'll time out the rain and snow, talk about amounts, and look ahead to late this week and next weekend, all coming up in just a bit. Haley?
Thank you, Matt. And with the warmer weather moving in, Mint is closing their inclement weather shelter. They say that they will continue to monitor the forecast. Their navigation center will remain open to provide essential services for the unhoused members of the community. More details on those services and operating hours are available on our website. And an unoccupied truck was hit by a train this morning in Gold Hill. The truck was abandoned on the tracks before it was struck by the train. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office investigated this incident and identified multiple suspects with this case. 2 individuals, both of White City, were arrested and cited for criminal mischief and reckless endangering. And lawmakers across our region are raising concerns about the federal hiring freeze on seasonal workers, including firefighters. They fear it could leave communities vulnerable to future wildfires. Samantha Cadera takes a closer look at the potential impact of this freeze.
Trump most recently has had a hiring freeze on what are called seasonal firefighters. I think that's a big mistake, and we're fighting them on that. Seasonal hires, by the way, are almost year-round seasons because the fires don't just come for a couple weeks in August.
Southern Oregon's fire season ended October 26th, but senators in Oregon, California, and other states are concerned about a federal hiring freeze that limits seasonal firefighters. The freeze imposed by Trump could leave communities vulnerable. The president's order exempts military and public safety positions, but doesn't mention firefighters. Senators are urging the administration to lift the freeze, calling it irresponsible and dangerous. In 2024, wildfires in Jackson and Josephine counties burned over 5,400 acres, highlighting the year-round threat of wildfires.
You know, these fires that we're seeing, they are not your grandfather's fires. They're bigger, they're hotter, they're more powerful, they're leaping over, rivers, and there's no question that they are getting much more powerful. We need a much more aggressive effort in terms of prevention and prescribed burns is my bipartisan legislation, and we got to get firefighter pay up.
Senators are working to ensure firefighters are hired and funded. The Oregon Department of Forestry said ODF is analyzing impacts to fuels reduction, but it won't affect firefighters this summer. And the Bureau of Land Management is moving forward with wildfire prevention projects. They said fuels projects funded by base appropriations are moving forward, and bipartisan infrastructure law work is under review. Despite the hiring freeze, these efforts help ensure wildfire prevention continues. Nonprofit Lomakatsi has restored watersheds in California and Oregon, but has been forced to lay off 15 employees due to federal funding cuts. Our region's recent fire season highlights the need for sustainable firefighter resources and funding. Reporting in Medford, I'm Samantha Cadera.
And looking to the school watch tonight, the Ashland School Board has voted to pass a motion to reduce staffing for the 2025-2026 year. This vote was passed due to the current budget shortfall. The district and the Ashland Education Association will enter a consultation period to talk about seniority and qualifications for staff. Superintendent Joseph Hattrick said that there are a lot of engagement steps that are needed before the next steps are taken. Of course, we'll keep you updated. And also in an update tonight, Lake of the Woods Kite Festival happened this weekend, and our NewsWatch 12 team was lucky enough to head over there and see it firsthand. It was so much fun to be out there. The 5th annual Kite Festival was fun for all ages.
Families and friends, and of course their furry friends from around the region, braved the snow to get to Lake of the Woods this weekend.
We were lucky enough to take Stormrunner, who handled the snow like a champ, especially since snow on 140 was taller than us.
And everyone was having a blast, from sledding to cross-country skiing and snowshoeing, even some ice fishing. Everyone had fun under the kites.
Oh, look at her go!
Saturday morning, there wasn't much wind, so flyers had to make do with what they had: snowmobiles.
Once the winds started to pick up, we saw more kites, including this team who were choreographing their flying.
This is a sport kite. It's controlled by 4 lines.
Andrew Kramer said this was his second time at Lake of the Woods Kite Festival.
Is it your favorite?
I have too many kites. Who's your favorite grandchild?
With over 20 years of experience, Andrew said that getting together like this to fly kites is therapeutic, almost like yoga or meditation.
But it is nice to get together with other kite flyers from around the region. So it's kind of getting back together with friends, and if the wind comes, be a bonus and we can fly together.
It was so much fun to be up there this weekend, and that dog that you saw at the beginning, his name is Gus. Certainly one of my favorite parts about the festival was just seeing all the dogs running around in the snow. You know I love a good dog. So let's look ahead to some more fun stories for you. The historic Holly Theater in Medford set to open its doors after undergoing more than 10 years of restoration work. With new seating, carpeting, and updated lighting, the grand opening of the theater is set for March 13th with a 2-day celebration of headline performances. Ticket sales for the general public will begin on February 26th. And Newswatch 12's Wake Up and Win contest is back. You can get the chance to enter and win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Newswatch 12 Sportsman and Outdoor Recreation Show, plus an exclusive picture opportunity with the Wild Wolves of Yellowstone. All you have to do is watch Newswatch 12 this morning between 6:45 and 7 a.m. to spot that daily code word and enter it onto our website. One winner will be selected each day through Friday.